driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks in the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, Punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Why do you think you never pick up a paper or read over and over and see white families? You think of the thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops got my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and if we said, look, we saying if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, if we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Sack Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down, 10-4. 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind. Oh, damn, my bad, y'all. And you know what? It's always Brother Ricardo who be like, man, ain't no damn sound. Can y'all hear me now? Brother Ricardo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Make sure my mic ain't messing up. All right. Yeah, good look on that, Brother Ricardo. Yeah, I'm just a yapping Because you know this mic got little buttons and shit on it. You know, you got to turn it on, do all that kind of bullshit. And I forgot to turn it on. My bad, y'all. But welcome back. I'm back, just like I said I would be. Brother Supreme is coming through. And as you can see, scrolling down here, it's the old hours of power, teaching lessons for the S.K.C, the so-called community. Yeah. So Brother Supreme hasn't got here yet. Might have to hit him on his phone. See what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna have a little late night something going on here, y'all. Y'all know I don't usually start late like this, but you lucky Negroes, y'all know that Thursday is my paperwork day, so I can kind of get up whatever time I want. So, you know, yeah, I don't have to get up. I get up like 8 o'clock, you know, not the usual 5:30. So I'm willing to stay up late tonight with you Negroes. And my man said he wanted to come on and, you know, talk about some things. So here we are. Let me see. Let me see if he hit me up on my phone, y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, shit. My phone on damn silent too, y'all. Jesus. A couple phone calls, but it wasn't my man. My daughter called. I don't know what she wants. She probably wants some damn money. I'll call her back in the morning. Let me go ahead and call Brother S.K.C. Hopefully he didn't go to sleep and forget and shit. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. Just talk amongst yourselves, folk. Shit, he might have fell asleep and forgot, y'all. That would suck.
Please leave your message.
Oh, listen, y'all. No answer. What the hell? God damn it. I'm calling back. I bet you he fell asleep and forgot, y'all. I should have called his ass earlier when I did the first stream. Brother Supreme. What's up, man? We on? I'm waiting on you, brother. All right. Check your email. All right. All right. He up, y'all. About to say, I was like, damn, he done went to sleep. Because I told him it was going to be at like 11 something. So, you know, because I wanted to do this shine thing and talk about redemption, blah, 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 you know. So, you know, it's going to be a late night. Oh, so you on the West Coast, Brother Ricardo, or are you in the Midwest? Oh, well, you must be on the East Coast then. You must be on the East Coast. I'm reading it wrong. Don't got my glasses on, man. You know, God damn it. Because, see, the chat in the other screen shit is right here, y'all. It's like over here. So, a lot of times I be squinting, you know. Because a lot of time when I try to read y'all chats, I have to read it, you know, through the stream yard because the fucking letters is like this big, goddamn it, and the screen is like over there. So, oh, there he is. Brother Supreme, what's good with it, man?
What is going on, X? What's going on?
What's going on, man? What you got for us tonight, man?
Well, first of all, tell me, how did the last stream go?
It actually went pretty good. it got a little preachy at the end because I just found out that one of my mans died the other day, and I was talking about that too, and he didn't have life insurance, so I went to talking about life insurance as well, something we all need to have and shit. And I was also saying how I'm probably going to end up pitching in, for the funeral. My wife, my wife is a bleeding heart. She's like, oh, we gotta help. I'm like, look, we're not doing this again. We're not paying for no funeral, but I am going to send his kids something. I'm not going to pay for the whole thing. I'm not doing, but I am going to pitch in and I'm going to help out. I told him to let me know, how much it is, and I'll figure out what I'm going to send him from there. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Somebody that I knew ever since I was about 12 years old. I haven't spoken to him for about 4 years, but we was mans, and I just found out, that he died like the day before yesterday. I just found out. So, and come to find out, of course, no life insurance. So, same old story, man. It's just a story that plays over so many damn times. And I had made a commitment that, I ain't paying for no more funerals. I ain't paying half. I ain't paying shit. You're lucky if I send a bushel of flowers. I was talking to my wife about it. And even though my wife, she didn't even know him that well, she's like, oh, we gotta help. So I'm gonna send him something. I'm gonna send him some. I just ain't figured out what I'm gonna send yet, but I'm gonna send his kids something, because he got 2 adult children. They're like in their 20s, like mid to late 20s. So, they don't really have the money. So, we gonna help out, like always. So, he was a friend of mine. So I'm gonna do what I can, man. That's all. But that's about it, man. We covered that. We talked about life insurance. We talked about redemption. We talked about Shine. Well, that's pretty much it. The damn time went like that. I wanted to quit at like 11, but the next thing I know, goddamn it, it was like, actually, I want to quit a quarter to 11. That's what I had said in my mind. Quarter to 11, I'm gonna stop, but it ended up rolling right on to like 11 something, and here we are. But but you here now, so what you got for us, man? What you think of the title? What you think of the title, man? See what I did there?
Yeah, I see that. I see that. I'm like, man, you know what? Let's have a little fun. I'm gonna have the School of Koon.
Okay.
School of Koon tonight. So, if I could share my screen a little bit, and I'm gonna go back in time to a couple of days ago, and take a look at a conversation that took place. And
there you go.
I know my guy ain't gonna be mad because I'm playing this stuff. He's cool, but
let me put my fair use sign up. Hold up, let me put my fair use sign up. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
So I thought it was interesting because you had a platform. I listen to art sometimes, and I've been to different places where he's been at, and we get along well. But I thought it was cool because he had different individuals on than from Norm, and this is what he had to say.
Excellent. Now, because I'm gonna let people know why they on this panel. I value conservative and S.K.C to the utmost. These are my brothers. That's why I got wrenches. They come up here. They speak their piece. I try not to get them attacked because everything is, I hear them. Even though they sound like they do slip up and say some things good about us. It's weird that we just can't pull it out of them right now.
So there's a good reputation there, and people understand that. Hey, not all the time that I would say myself and I'll even throw his conservative in a little bit. He doesn't troll all the time and whatnot, you know. And he thought that it would be cool to have balance, a more balanced panel, so they could have some open discussions. And it started out really well. There was a guy named DC. I hope to connect with him at some point because you know I think we we had a lot of back and forth that I thought that was pretty calm or whatnot. But of course, you know, over time, thing gets a little crazy. And you were there. You were there, if you recall. And
Yeah, I thought that avatar looked familiar.
yeah, yeah. And I'll stop real quick because I just want to keep something in mind before we go forward. Is when you talk to people on different panels, sometimes there's assumptions that people have where they're saying, this person is going to come here with this, you know, with some ulterior motive. You ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, a time or two. You know, it happens. It does happen.
And I understand that. I understand it to a degree. But when you open up a conversation and you state to people, "Hey, we're gonna have this is gonna be a conversation in good faith." Um, there should be some openness on in regards to that. And I got to give it up to Jay Sean because for this one, you know, he was very diplomatic. Mike kind of followed suit after that. DC, he was great. But
categorizing is not pathologizing. We're just taking notes, dude.
Oh, really? What I was going to say is let the court decide that. It's not my place to decide.
all right.
So who's protecting these people?
I want to go back to a little quick thought. Did you hear about the story of the black teacher in Atlanta who started to segregate students?
Yeah. And one of the mothers sued. She sued, right? Correct. One of the mothers sued. Okay.
Correct. Now, and she was a principal of the school, and you know, she set this up. And I mean, just off the top of the head, what do you think about that, X? I mean, I know you can't run the trial or whatnot, but just off the top of your head, if somebody told you a principal in 2021 was keeping black students from white students and white teachers from black teachers, what's your initial reaction?
First I would be like, isn't that illegal? Secondly, I would be like, I don't think that we should be doing this. Yeah, I would be more like, you know, if you're doing this, why are you doing it? For what reason are you doing it? What precedent is this setting? You know, I would go all into it. You know, if you know, if my grandkids or my nieces and nephews were going to a school where they were literally separating white people from black people in that context, I think I would have quite a problem with that, actually. Yeah, I'd have a problem with it. I'd have a serious problem with it. I would.
Okay, before you know my answer, let's listen in.
Y'all brothers think that we are in behind. Off ain't racist. I mean, if I stump my toe on my step, I can't blame the white man who built the damn step. I mean,
what are you defining as racist, though?
But on top of that, X, I think what the issue comes down to is when stuff happens, there is a lack of people just being honest about justice. It's like whether it was a one-off or it was done 100 times. Why can't we just say, Mike, That's wrong. We need to deal with it so it doesn't become a problem. What's wrong with that? Why do we need to just say, no, well, it don't happen a lot. Let's just push it underneath the bush.
Because
no,
you're pathologizing a one-off instance.
We're not pathologizing it. We're dealing with it.
Didn't you just say you're basically doing Nat Geo on the black community?
You said what?
Didn't you just say that earlier?
Just taking notes, dude. Slave ships when the black people sold black people to the white people and the Arabs.
So we did have slave ships. We had slave ships.
Straight up racist ideology.
No, what
out is just a straight up one of them pushing it's just a straight up racist ideology.
No, what we're
and we as men cannot just say that black woman is wrong. She needs to be dealt with.
Nope.
What is the problem with that?
Because
slavery.
Nobody said that she wasn't, fam.
Yeah, the conversation wasn't even about that.
So why do we keep moving the conversation when hood service brings it up? That's what it's weird to me.
Because
I can understand it. I can understand it on the other side if people were like, you know what, fam, that's wrong. We do need to deal with that. I'll be like, man, at least those guys saying, hey, we got to get rid of that stuff. That's wrong. But you rarely see other people that will even say that's wrong.
Who's protecting them here?
Was she wrong, Mike?
No, who's protecting these?
Was she wrong, Mike?
And that's the protection.
And that's what I'm talking about.
That's silence. The cone of silence.
It's not
the
silence.
blanket of silence. That velvety cape of shut the fuck up.
No, I was muted. What I was going to say is let the court decide that. It's not my place to decide.
It's not your place to have an opinion.
So I'm not using this to, to rag on Mike. I'm using Mike as an avatar. As a lot of times when I will come into a conversation with people and they don't want me to troll. And I'm like, okay, I won't troll. I will have the conversation with you. But when we go to something as simple as this lady that is doing racist stuff and she's a black woman, why can't we just say she was wrong? Why is that such a problem? I don't get it. Could you help me? X?
Man, you don't want to bring me in on this because you already know what I think.
Maybe I have a mental problem or something. Or maybe I'm sick in the head.
I think that
sick people need help. Help me.
I think that people would have a problem with it if the person who was doing it was white. If the person that was doing this was a white person, I think people would have more problems with it. There definitely would be more problems with it, in this circle of influence. I mean, you already know if it was say it was a white principal, a white teacher, a white whoever, and they were separating the whites from the blacks, the students separating the white teachers from the black teachers, everybody would probably be covering it on YouTube, I would imagine. Everybody would be covering it.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing. It's like it's a very simple case. I'm not saying for people to say, hey, you need to come up with what the judicial decision on this would be, when it goes to court or whatnot. No, I'm not saying that. That's insane. But to not have any thought on it at all. I mean, did that happen when the whole thing with Floyd happened? The people,
of course not.
Were people saying, "Oh, I don't know. I have to wait to see whatever the court says. I don't have any opinion on it."
Well, you already know what these kind of things are, man. Like, we are more inflamed when white people do something, no matter what it is. If a white person kills a black person, we get inflamed. If a white person does something to a black person, we get inflamed. But somehow we don't get too inflamed if a black person does the exact same thing. People will tell you, oh, it's different. Oh, it's different when we do it to each other. They start talking about proximity crimes and all this kind of nonsense. Black people can get away with doing a lot of shit that white people cannot. I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a good way to be. I don't see it that way, depending on the circumstances, because I say again, if this was a white woman doing this, people would be marching, motherfuckers be on television and all this kind of foolishness. Because a black person is doing it, we automatically give the black person a pass because we feel like, you know, being that you're black, you're this special circumstance person. So we got to understand that you're doing this based solely on these special circumstances. Because you're a special circumstance person. When you're black, you're a special circumstance person. That's what I've come to believe over the course of so many months, that black people will give other black people a pass for the simple fact that they can fall back and say, well, you know, we were slaves, Jim Crow, white supremacy, all this kind of stuff. I mean, I've heard it all. I've heard it all before in these spaces, in this circle of influence. And I'm kind of starting to believe that that's what it is. All right. What you do is condemned based on what color you are and what color the person is that you do it to. That's what I believe.
Yeah. It's just it's a weird phenomenon to me. I'm not saying that my perspective is correct, but it doesn't seem very balanced what I'm getting from some of the interlocutors that I come across.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem balanced, and when I say that, people start looking at me like I'm crazy. So, you know, there's a method to the madness of trolling, and I would say 95% of the time, I'm only trolling when people have brought absurdity to a panel. To, you know, and here's an example of what I'm talking about. Share again with you. And this is something that happens throughout the space. It's not, you know, it isn't just, you know, just happen here. But it happens a lot. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, and I know you know that that's very large and very segmented, but we don't go into weeks. But I'm just as a general point, though, I think a lot of people within the community, as it were, come on panels, radio shows, all sorts of different media outlets. And all of a sudden, individuals who, I don't know, they may be in their 20s or 30s, 40s or whatever, they're automatically experts on all of these different races, as if they know exactly what they think and what's going on in their mind.
It's just it's the ignorance of youth. I don't care what society they come from.
So you're talking about an uninformed populace that may be speaking on topics that they're not very, very versed
on. So I think that it's really odd, DC, when I hear speaking points from people who, let's say, I don't know, you visited a different country or whatnot. Fine. But you're not going to know all of the integral working parts of that culture from being over there for 1 year.
Correct.
That ain't going to happen.
No.
It's just like somebody saying, oh, I spent time in the hood for a year. I lived in the neighborhood, and now I know everything that there is to know about black people.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, I don't understand when so people, they kind of sometimes they'll get mad at me when I start to troll and clown them, because they're coming into a conversation on bad faith from the beginning with these idiotic concepts of, I know how these people think and act and what they do, and they're like, come on. All right. So just from there, X, again, I'm laying out things for people to understand when they say, why is S.K.C doing what he's doing? Why is he trolling so hard? How many times have you heard on a panel conversations coming up about the community, whatever issue it is, and well, white people do this, the little hat people do this, the Asian people, they think this way and they move this way. How can one person understand the intricacies of an entire group of people?
They can't. They can't unless they've been studying them for 25 years.
Cannot speak their language at all, but knows
Yeah.
how they move inside and out. And so, yes, I am going to troll when that happens. I can't help myself because I'm like, okay, now we've gone into the realm of absurdity. Let me bring out my absurdity too, and let's have some fun. Because I know a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun with that. How many times in your lifetime, if you could give like an estimate, have you been on a panel and you've heard these words? Well, I know these people. I know how they think.
I've heard that shit. If you think about it, if you think about it, I've heard that at least once every single week that I'm somewhere and we're talking about race. If we're talking about race, there's someone who says they know white folks, they know Latino folks, they know Asian folks. Asian folks do this, Latino folks do that, white folks do this. Now, mind you, this is a black person. This is a black person now telling you about what these other people do. Now, maybe they've studied them. Maybe they've spent many years of their life studying the cultures and the rules of these people. Maybe they have. I would like to hope that they did, the way they have built themselves as experts on these people. But you hear that all the time. Whenever there's a conversation about race, there's always somebody up there talking about how much they know about another race, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. You know, that point of people that you know, or at least you have some concept of, that they have issues with dealing with other groups of people, but yet they are going to tell you that they are an authority on how those people think.
Yeah.
To me, that is an absurd concept. And if I'm in the vicinity of it and I'm, you know, in a friendly place of where I usually go or whatnot, yeah, it's like, okay, the troll antenna just comes out and it's like, oh, we're here to have fun. This is what this is now. This is we have just turned on the PC or the phone or whatnot, and this is interactive Def Comedy Jam at this point. Because this is not serious conversation at all. It's not serious.
I mean, but this is usually where it comes from, though. I know when I hear it, okay, just speaking for myself, when we're having these conversations about race, I always hear people come from the angle of, well, you know, they enslaved us and they did this to us and they did that to us. Therefore, I know because of what they did to us back, 400 years ago, I know what they will do to me tomorrow. That's kind of where people come from it. At least that's what I get from it. Because of the history that can somehow, give them a line in on the future, which to me, I guess there's a method to it, but I just don't buy into it because I refuse to believe that a person can be that well versed on a race, a culture, or a ethnic group that they are not a part of. Now, I mean, let's be honest here, okay? A lot of us don't even know black folks.
I will raise my hand on that one because I learn a lot when I go into different sections of the manosphere, as it were, and I do different concepts and a lot of times a lot of terminology that I've never heard of. The other day, I had finally learned what a 403 was, but Yeah, but
boy.
man, Nick Taylor is in the man. You got to do the Nick, man. You have.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. God damn it.
to.
Nick Taylor done showed his face up in here, boy. You know, whenever you see brother Nick Taylor, we gonna run this.
Already had it in his mind. What I played on Led Zeppelin. I don't give a fuck what you played on. This is what I want you to do. Bing, 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 bing. That's what I do. It. Do it. Yeah, you do. There you go. Drummer. Guess who else used to do that? George Clinton. George Clinton used to do the exact same thing. Now you want to compare dude to go, nigga, hit the bitch, boom, hit her, smoke this shit, boom, hit it, try that bitch, take it off, hit it, hit them brakes, hit it, roll that way, hit the left. That's not. He ain't George Clinton.
Brother Taylor got that shit down packed, man.
I hear it coming out of people's cars, and I see these motherfuckers' heads in there. I'm like, what are you doing? Man, this shit is dope. You mean as in heroin? Man, hit that left at the end of the block, hit that right, watch the speed bump. Nigga, hit them brakes. Smoke this shit. What? What are they talking about? What does that even mean? How do you make a name? All right, Sly, what would you name that song? That's what you What? Somebody help me. This shit makes them. Hey, there you go, Dollar Washer. Hit them brakes.
But Nick, you gotta have the chorus in the background, so check that. Hit brakes.
Look at Sly face. He like, hey, wait a minute. I think
Man, that shit never gets old, man. It never gets old, man. Shout out to brother Nick Taylor, man, because that shit is hilarious, man. Shout out to my brother Nick Taylor, man. Go ahead, brother Supreme.
Yeah, I still want to have that show with him about music, man.
Yeah.
But there's another. I would say, if you want, people want to learn in the school of Koon, of why I troll sometimes. Here's another prominent reason why I will troll a certain panel or discussion. When people state that they are being logical, reasonable, and talking about a general topic that involves a massive amount of people. Many times it's, talking about the community, or it's saying black men or black women, or the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And then they use self as standard.
Yeah.
I would never do this. How I see this, and if I was in that position, I would do this. Okay, what do you have to do with anything when it comes to a large group? Why are you setting yourself as the standard for which everyone else must follow? Because what you're basically stating is when you say I, you're saying that everyone should think like you. Everyone should move like you. And if they don't, they're wrong. No, I'm crazy for trolling this. What?
When you say I, you're speaking anecdotally for one, because you're talking about your experiences, the things you've done, where you've been, how you think. So you are using an anecdote. Now, I use anecdotes myself from time to time, but I don't consider myself, because this works for me, it'll necessarily work for you. And and I never make myself the standard of anything. You know, I mean, when you talk about making yourself the standard, what you're pretty much saying is, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, so this is right for you, and you, and everybody else who's listening. So I don't know, but this is YouTube. But let me shout out Lady Deborah Leonelli with a $3 super chat or super stick. I appreciate that, Lady Deborah. And you know, when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's a lot of that, you know, especially on YouTube. I mean, you're going to have people who use themselves as the standard. I mean, that's just going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I mean, the people are going to do it. They're going to do it.
Okay. Here's another portion from the School of Koon. Why I troll in different situations. When people use celebrities and their situations as a reason of why they should move a certain way. And let me give you an example so that people won't say that I'm just crazy or whatnot or making stuff up. All right. So at this point, we were having a conversation about, for some reason or whatever or another, things came around to my family. I don't know how, but you know, I don't volunteer that information. I don't even like talking about it. But it came around there, so I skirted around it. And child rearing and all that stuff came up. And this is a conversation, a real conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sitting here freaking looking at some other shit. My bad.
Talking about potential youth, the potential excessive force on the officers and stuff like that. The video
I know
down there.
I know the story. I know the story and the video of what you're talking about. But
Okay.
what I'm saying to you, Pooh, is this.
But it doesn't exist. Oh, things like this just don't happen. Okay.
Nobody stated that. Here comes the real gaslighting. MOT.
It ain't gonna happen. It seems like this don't
Gonna happen to you. That's happening in California. What do you know? Answer my question. Answer my question.
It's the thought of
going to happen to you.
Yeah, let him finish. Truth. Let him finish.
I want to answer my question. All right.
Okay, so can you give me the percentage of multiracial children who have dealt with that type of problem with the police?
You said multiracial?
Yeah.
90%.
Okay. So we can get a 2-for-1 here. A 2-for-1. First of all, there's some, you know, of course, you know, children and stuff will come up, but there was some NBA player who, for some reason or another, he had some interaction with the police that was bad. I think he got tased and knocked down or whatever. And, you know, it's like, oh, okay. But the line of reasoning that was put forth was, because this happened to this multiracial millionaire NBA player, that you should be fearful of what could happen to you and your family.
Because of what happened to the NBA guy.
Yeah.
So because
help me make the connection there. I'm just, you know, so I followed the question up by saying, you know what? Could you give me a percentage of these multiracial children who have these issues with the police? What was the answer? 90%.
Wait a minute. 90% of Wait a minute. 90% of multiracial people have problems with the police. Is that what I'm hearing?
Hey, I will play it back for you. I will play it back for you. Okay, just send it. Put.
You said multiracial?
Yeah.
90%.
Which of multiracial children who have dealt with that type of problem with the police?
You said multiracial?
Yeah.
90%.
Okay, just send it. Put that in the back chat as well, just like you put the link of the other thing. I'll look it up and then I'll come up to some sort of conclusion. I'm asking.
But I already showed
the other one. You put the other. You put the other one.
I already showed you an example. That's a light.
You made the claim. You made the claim.
That's 100 octane.
Why can't you substantiate your
100 octane? Why do I have to prove it if it's a rich man?
Because that is all right. And there and here is where we are, because people want to, again, they go into the whole thing. Why you be trolling these people? Why you be doing this stuff? Why can't you just have a normal conversation with people? S.K.C, because sometimes we like it when you have normal, educated conversations with people. Just be regular. But I'm on a panel with other grown men who are not jumping in with a dude saying that 90% of multiracial people get attacked by the police, and everybody's silent. But I'm the crazy one. Come on.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one. I don't know. Pushed back on that. I don't know. 90%. I mean, that even full black people, 90% of us ain't being goddamn having problems with the police now. That's a little extreme. That's 9 out of every 10 black folks have got accosted by the police. 9 out of every 10. So, we reach it.
So I'm like, okay. At that point in my mind, the first thing that clicks off in my mind is I'm being serious, and I say, hey, put the stuff in the back chat so I can see what you're talking about. Maybe, even though it sounds absurd to me, maybe I'm wrong. Just send me the information so that I can see it with my own eyes. And then the thing comes up, no, you but then again, here's the kicker though. When that comes up and I'm like, no. You made the claim. You have to show your evidence. You have to substantiate the claim. And nobody else says anything. Nobody. People act like I'm the nut. I'm the one that's crazy for saying this.
Well, you see what Brother Kwafi is saying. Brother Kwafi says he put himself in that position. He's always doing that, and he got it from the people who lead him. He's 19 years old.
And that's what I said later, because I was like, hey, I'm giving this kid an opportunity to do his thing or whatnot. He wants to, get into this. Fine. I'm going to treat you accordingly and go through this process. But when it gets to absurdity, I'm going to get absurd too. What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, 90% of interracial mixed race people have problems with the police. I mean, that's well, I will say this, Brother Kwapi. He's probably listening to the wrong people. If he believes that, if he believes 90% of any people are getting accosted by the police, I mean, that's a stretch and a half. That's like a few stretches to say 90% of any kind of people with black in them. Even us straight black ass folks can't say that 9 out of 10 of us have been accosted by the police.
And man, it to me, it became grand comedy at that point. So I'm like, okay, so if we're going to just let crazy conversation take place, let me have my fun. Let me have fun.
They don't want you to have fun, man.
If everybody's just throwing bull on the wall, let me have my foot too.
Don't let you throw some too, huh?
Yeah.
Can I throw a can of soup at the wall too? Damn it!
I'm like, come on. I live for this. Let's do some crazy absurd junk. I mean, but the crazy thing, I was waiting for the other gentleman there to step in for the young man because I know he kind of looks up to the other gentleman. Yeah. I was waiting for them to step in and say, no, that's off. That's off. You can't come with that. But there was silence.
See, those are the things I don't understand. Like, you're allowed to say something absurd if that absurd thing kind of toes the line. But you see that a lot. Doesn't matter how absurd it sounds if it toes the line. It doesn't really matter.
But I can't though.
No, because see what you're saying doesn't toe the line. See, that's what it all boils down to. You know, that's what it boils down to, man. I mean, if what you're saying toes the line, you can get up there and tell lies. I mean, we see it all the time, right? You see people that get up there and they will lie their black asses off. But as long as that lie follows if it follows a particular narrative, if it follows a particular theme, if there's a particular theme to said lie that people are in lockstep with, people will overlook the lie totally. They will overlook the lie totally if it's in lockstep with a theme that they support. That's what it comes down to. I mean, you can be telling the staunch truth about something, but if you're telling it to people that have an opposite view of the theme, people who are subscribed to an opposite theme of that truth, people have a problem with that. They have a problem with it because, you know, it's all about themes and narratives on the goddamn internet. So no matter what you say, it could be the most outrageous nonsense known to man. But if it follows a theme that people support, they don't care. They will overlook it. They'll overlook it.
Well, even in that, you know, I think in my own way, I think these are some of the issues. I'm not trying to pick on people. I'm really not. I'm just saying these are some of the issues that that happen within the space of what real conversations can't take place. Conversations that people complain about that, oh man, you know, it doesn't get anywhere. And it's like, okay, well, some of the reason for that is because you let absurdity take place. Stuff that, I mean, it's just outright off. Just like that whole thing with the 90%. You're like, come on.
Yeah.
The other grown men should have stepped in and just been like, okay, nah, that's off. Let's move on to something else. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something else. The second part of that, making claims that are not substantiated by anything. Making claims that are not substantiated by anything. And here's a claim that I heard yesterday. And I know this may ruffle some feathers with people, but I until I did the research, I did not know. I had an assumption, I had a hunch based upon other histories that I've learned. But after I did the research, I found the true answer for it. But here was the question that was the claim that was put forth. Black Americans have suffered in slavery and have had it the hardest out of any people that have ever been on this planet.
You're telling me about that.
I posed the question. Are you sure about that? What about the people who got exterminated, who aren't around anymore? Now, just posing that question created the straw man effect. Oh, what are you saying? That black people that didn't have it that hard in slavery? I'm like, oh, like, come on. These things are never stated. Never stated. Oh, I know your true motive in this answer is to defame black people. How am I defaming black people by saying no, they may not have won the victim Olympics when it comes to slavery?
Well, anything you say, man, that doesn't follow the theme, I go back to the theme. Anything that doesn't follow the theme, man, you're always going to be accused of you want to throw black people under the bus. You don't like black people. And my favorite, white supremacy talking points. That's my favorite.
So Nate, I was wondering that too, because people came up and they said the whole thing about chattel slavery. I get it. But I found research from over in Africa, Northern Africa, with the Arabs, going back 14 centuries of them doing cattle slavery to North and East Africans again for 1,400 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not some just indentured servanthood. No, chattel slavery. 1,400 years. So it's just weird to me. I wasn't saying that the individual was wrong outright. I was just saying, hey, could you substantiate your claim? What are some things that you read to give you that, to make you come to that conclusion? I wanted to know so that I could go look it up. The response, again, oh my God, I can't believe that you're saying this. I can't believe that you belong to this organization of black men that you joined in college and you saying this stuff. What does that have to do with anything? I can't ask a question.
You must stick to the theme, young man. You must stick to the theme. You must stick to the theme.
and if you could highlight Nick's comment, I found intimate details on that, not just some video stuff. I read through it and I was like, wow. Wow.
And that's today. That's tomorrow. Yeah. That's yesterday.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I was looking at this one blog, and it had some ex-military guys, pretty recent too. And they were saying, hey, they were having this conversation with each other about that topic, and they were recounting, hey, you remember when we were in Libya and we actually saw a a marketplace where they were auctioning off slaves? And he was like, yeah, that stuff was surreal, man. So I just don't, I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand that whole idea. I mean, Nate, I would even say, you know what? Give it 400 years. Just give the argument of the whole 1619 thing. I give it up. Because when I saw what I saw today, I was like, oh, crap. 1,400 years? Really?
I mean, me personally, I'm getting tired of hearing how fucking oppressed we are. To me, that's just getting old. I mean, we always got to listen to how fucking oppressed we are. Like, oh, we're oppressed. We're oppressed. We're oppressed. And a lot of times, and we spoke about this before, the people who are always talking about how oppressed we are, these fucking dudes, they ain't oppressed. These aren't oppressed people telling you how oppressed we are. All right. These aren't oppressed people. These aren't people on the cheese line. These aren't people that are catching the bus. These aren't people who are living in some ran down project apartment in the hood. All right. These aren't these people. The people who are living like that, they're telling you they're balling out of control. The motherfuckers who are really living under quote unquote oppression, they would have you believe they're balling out of control. But the people who are telling you how oppressed we are not oppressed people. And that's what gets me. Like, you know, they're talking about oppression as you see them jump in and out of their fucking phantom. They're talking about oppression while they're walking around their fucking $2 million house. They're talking to you about fucking oppression, you know, while they're walking out in their fucking garage, all right, with 4 and 5 fucking vehicles out there. Like, stop it, man. Just stop it. They want to tell you about how the white man got his foot on our faces and his hand on our throats, all right, and how they're oppressing everybody, but they're oppressing everybody except you. Except you.
Now, I mean, I understand why some of that is, you know, pushed out, and I get, and I get that it would be wrong of me to downplay any of the things that happened within, you know, our ancestry slavery. Yes, I get that. Get that, but on the when confronting these conversations, I really believe that some people don't want to accept other facts that are blatantly obvious. So, one, okay, when have slaves ever been the majority of the country?
When have slaves been the majority of the country?
Yeah, when were black African American slaves the majority of the U.S.?
Shit, never.
Okay, so how did the minority free themselves?
Shit, they didn't. Well, according to some people, we're not free. We're not free. You know, you just think you're free. There's this illusion of freedom. You know, everything we do is because the white man let us. You know, if you ask some people, that's what they'll tell you. I've literally heard that shit. Where, oh man, everything you do, you know, the white man lets you do it. I'm like, really? I said, right now, I'm about to pour me a nice cold glass of scotch. Is the white man letting me do this, man? Yeah, he's letting you do it because he allows you to buy the scotch. That's what he wants you to do. He makes the scotch for you to drink. You know, that these people have an answer for everything. Yeah, they got an answer for everything, and everything always makes its way back to the white man somehow. I mean, everything ain't white folks' fault.
Well, even I can even build a bridge halfway to that. I can say, like, say, Cam Rob, he said we are free-ish. Yeah, I can build with that. I can say, you know what? I'm coming halfway with you on that one. You're correct. You know, there's certain things that, you know, I can agree with you on certain areas. Or not. Okay, I'll give you that part of the argument. So, how did we get free-ish?
Yeah, how do we get free-ish? How do we get there?
Just by ourselves. The minority got free-ish by themselves.
Who made it so I can drink scotch? That's what I want to know. Who made it so I can drink scotch and smoke cigars? Who made that? Who made it that way? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead, man.
I just want to know, because when you have these conversations, it's like I don't know. It's like you. So you want me to believe that these people came in chains, didn't know the language, and somehow, without help from anybody, they freed themselves, or they became free-ish. They changed the laws, although for a long time not being able to vote, and all of the Jim Crow stuff or whatever or whatnot, without lifting up a hand and fighting in the streets, they changed all of that. They changed the people's minds, and they did it all by themselves.
Mm. Well, we know that's not true. We know that's not true.
I don't understand. I'm like, what? So you didn't have any other connections? It seems like a very incomplete story, and it's not to take away from the one group, but I'm just saying, just tell the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
The whole story, you know. So, I got to show you some. It wouldn't be fair of me to do this, you know, School of Koon, if I didn't show some epic trolling. But it's with a purpose. It's with a purpose. And I show this, you know, just keep it in mind that I'm not just trying to brag or anything. That's not the point of it at all.
Let me just give a little disclaimer. The views expressed on this platform tonight are not necessarily associated with the owner of the platform or the platform itself. The views expressed are solely and completely the views of the guest who was invited here tonight, Negroes. Go ahead, Brother Supreme.
Here, and you've been talking to me this whole time.
Nigga, I was here to destroy you, nigga. Nigga, I came here to destroy you, nigga, and I chopped your fucking head off, nigga. And I'm coming
but you're still here. Okay, so just on that point here, I want people to grasp the thought of this.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people feel that online language such as "I'm going to destroy you," "I'm going to flame you," "cook you," this, you know, all of these type of things, in a conversation with someone, what is that going to accomplish? How does that work? I mean, I love to write. I love, working creatively with things, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you're playing with me now. We're having a game of we're in Alice in Wonderland at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking within the rabbit hole where anything goes here. So I'm gonna have fun. Why is that the case of people? Why do you think that comes out where people want to do you bodily harm of some sort?
Yeah.
I'll continue. And you're still here.
Are dead, my nigga. You cannot prove anything you've been talking about. You are speaking
and yet you still want to talk to me.
Another one.
You're kind of sweet on old S.K.C.
Oh, now I'm sweet, but you don't want the sweet.
What? You don't never want me to go.
Nigga, I don't never want you to go. I don't even know you, nigga. You got a Transformers logo. Weird ass nigga, show your face. Ugly ass nigga.
But what happened if you find me cute?
Show your face. Show your skin at least. Who the fuck watches Transformers? Ugly ass. Probably still going and backpacks. Oh, I just got this new Optimus Prime backpack. Oh, I got my new Optimus Prime limited edition Transformers.
Yeah, all that stuff. All that. All of it. The action figures, the posters, the whole nine, all of it.
You just talking out of your ass like the rest of these niggas.
Well, I don't think that I have them out down there.
Just another nigga lost. Don't know what the fuck.
How does that work anatomically? Is there a tongue in your behind?
Anatomically, still anatomically.
You tell me. You're the smart one. You got the Pookie truths. You're supposed to be giving me truth. Why can't you do that, man? Come on, why you keep asking me questions? Give me the Pookie truths.
Nigga, hey, man, you come out to Cali whenever you want, any day of the week.
Give me the Pookie truths. I don't want the regular truth. I want the Pookie truths.
I'll play you on the court. I will work you. I will wear you.
Yeah, man, you got me on the court, man. You can dunk on me. You can dunk on me because you a real man.
Hey, just gonna be like Megan Thee Stallion. Your MC only gonna be dropping on your kneecap like Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, you got it on the court, man. You got it. You dunk on me. You can cross me up the whole line because you are a real man and I am not.
We're not even talking about that though.
You got the Pookie truths.
Without any factual basis, talking about all these.
You got the Pookie truths.
You don't have no. You don't have no facts.
Pookie got so many truths.
What you talking about? Oh, people coming here telling me how to.
Don't even need to be backed up with evidence. So, for me, I call that, the Aikido thing. People don't understand that as a grown person with stuff that you own and, your own family and all these other things that you have going on, that the words coming out of the mouth of, somebody saying all this crazy stuff. I guess, what's that, Play in the Dozens or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it really doesn't matter when you have a real life and
yeah,
all this other stuff going on. So I wonder to this day, after, I don't know, I think this is it's getting close to my third year on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why I still keep coming across people that don't understand that. Why is that such a huge thing in the community, this bravado?
Because everybody's trying to one up the next person. It's just something that we do. Media and the internet allows this. And let's be honest here. If you get a bunch of black people in one place, there's going to be a handful of black people there that want to one up, that want to show off, that want to try to be the alpha of the group, that want to be the life of the party, that want to be the comedian, that want to be, so you got all these different characters. You got all these different damn characters floating around. So a lot of times you see these characters put their characteristics on full display. And I think media, especially YouTube, has opened the door for a plethora of this. All right. Because a lot of times I know we often talk like YouTube is the quote unquote a barbershop, if you will. But, if you go in many barbershops, you don't hear a lot of the shit you hear on YouTube. You just don't.
When you have to deal with people one-on-one at that point.
Yeah. You don't hear a bunch of that shit. You definitely don't hear people standing in there threatening to slap folks and all that old kind of nonsense. Because it wouldn't be many barbershops around because Negroes be done tore them up. All right. So a lot of the stuff that people say on here, I say again, they talk that barbershop shit, oh man, we talk this way in the barbershop. Yeah, we talk about some of this shit in the barbershop, but some of this shit we don't. All right.
I'm even taking it beyond that. Actually, like, and I have to just be honest with that. Like, certain barbershops, I haven't even stepped in ages, man. It's like I got a mobile barber at this point.
Yeah.
all that, getting this, people doing all that type of stuff in your face. No. That stuff, man.
Nah. Well, people ain't doing that in the barbershops anyway, because when I was going to a barbershop, now I haven't been to a barbershop in forever. My wife's a beautician, so she do my lineup and shit. I got dreadlocks. My dreadlocks are like fucking 22 inches long. So, only thing I get is You know, my wife, she clips my ends, and you know, she'll do like my lineup for my dreads and shit. So it's not like I have to go to a barber shop. I'm married to a fucking cosmetologist. So, you know, she's a beautician, a cosmetologist, and an esthetician. So me going to a barber shop probably will not happen ever again. But I mean, when I was going to barbershops, and I have been in barbershops because I've taken, you know, my nephews, you know, my grandson, you know, I've taken them to a barbershop, and the brothers in there don't be really, they talk about some of this shit, but most of the shit that brothers talk about in a barbershop is sports. The barbershops that I've been to in the past, they talk about sports more than anything else. They don't really talk about women all that much. They don't really talk about racism, you know, as much as people talk about how racism is under every rock, under every tree, behind every door. That I very rarely heard about racism when I was going in the barbershop. Very rarely.
Yeah. Just to go a bit further, I'll go ahead and share the screen again. And I thought this was a very interesting part about this conversation. It got a bit more serious because family came up, and something came out of the young gentleman, well, his mind. And I continued to troll him, and I'm not going to share the rest of the conversation, but the other individuals that I spoke with that are his senior, they had this same issue. They expounded upon it a bit more, but I still thought it was absurd. But just check this out.
Do you think you're gonna get this out of him?
He won't raise his kid to be aware, and that's sad because your kid is gonna have.
Because you gotta come raise my son.
Can I talk? Can I talk? I can't
raise my kids.
I can't even talk. You gonna let me finish, or you gonna talk? Because you obviously can read my mind.
Because we need to listen to Pookie Truths on how another man should raise his children.
So when we talk,
computer time. This is the computer time, Art. This is the computer time.
Your stupid ass is chained to it, and you don't realize it. And so is your son too.
It takes a village to raise a child.
It takes a village to raise a child, nigga. Yeah, a village, including the police. And when they bust your motherfucking son head open, nigga, don't get mad at me because you don't want him to be aware. That's your fault.
I need to show you how to raise your kid.
You probably got your son running around with all the white kids and shit.
Oh man, that's not like some stepdaddy stuff. Do you aspire to be a stepdaddy?
Hey,
do you aspire to that?
Running the streets.
I'm just wondering. I mean,
if you want to educate them on
I'm not a roaster. I have no roasting skills. That wasn't in my family growing up. I wasn't exposed to it and all this other stuff. I'm asking you a real truth. Do you aspire to be a stepfather?
A stepfather.
Yeah. Do you aspire? Is that a life goal?
Yes.
Oh, to be a stepfather.
Yes.
Man, that's awesome. I think there's a lot of women throughout the outer spaces of the manosphere who would enjoy talking with you, interviewing you to understand how you can help other Pookies to come to the truth of wanting to be a stepfather.
Who the fuck would want to be a stepfather?
You just stated that that's what you wanted to do. I asked you, give me the Pookie truth on, do you aspire to be a stepfather?
Yes, and you'll find the answer. Who the fuck would I want to be a stepfather? Nigga, use your brain. Think about it. You
stated that you aspire to be a stepfather.
Why?
I asked you that question.
For what reason?
Well, that's what I'm asking you because you're obviously interested in my kids.
I just told you raised. I want to be a stepfather. For what reason?
Because you're very interested in how my children are being raised,
bro. Because you're raising your kids.
You're very interested in the seed that came out of my penis and how they are going to grow up.
And your stupid ass kids probably about to get beat up by the police.
I'm interested in wondering. I'm interested in how did your mind get to being interested in the seed that comes out of other men's penises and how those children grow up.
When my mind gets connected and interested in that shit.
Your mind got connected. Please expound on this, Pookie Truth. I need to know this. So again, the thing that is killing me is I do not understand why these conversations come up between grown men on panels about how someone else is raising their children, how they interact in their families. Well, it is so odd to me because the majority of the community comes from broken families.
Yes.
So how can you give advice on something that you never had?
Well, this is the thing. And this is just my opinion, so you motherfuckers don't be writing me and shit like that. This is the thing. There's a lot of regurgitation on the internet, right? One person hears something, they repeat it. Another person hears that and they repeat it. Another person hears it, they repeat it. Now, by the time you can say something, right? You ever heard of that thing, don't drink the milk, it's spoiled, right? If there's 20 kids sitting in a circle and one kid leans to the right and says, don't drink the milk, it's spoiled. And every kid leans to the right and tells the kid to the right that same thing. By the time it gets back to you, it's not just don't drink the milk, it's spoiled. It's don't drink the milk, it's got poison in it, it's going to make you die, it's going to make your skin turn green. By the time it get back to you, just through 20 people, because the things that have been taken away from it, the things that have been added to it each time. Like I said, if you turn to your right and tell somebody, hey, don't drink this milk, it's spoiled, pass it down. By the time that shit get back to you, is don't drink this milk, it's got cyanide in it. If you drink it, you'll fall dead at this table. This is what we have on YouTube. It's the don't drink the milk, it's spoiled thing. One person says it, another person hears it, takes things away from it, adds things to it, says it to someone else. That person says that's something else, listens to it, adds things to it, takes things away from it. By the time it gets back to you, it's a total different thing. It's not even don't drink the milk, it's spoiled anymore. It's don't drink this gasoline because it's flammable and the last person who drunk it died from a heart attack. It done went all the way there, and YouTube is the same way. You got a lot of people on YouTube repeating shit that they've heard, and a lot of the shit that they've heard was false because those people that they're listening to regurgitated that shit from somebody else. You got a lot of that shit going on YouTube. So when you hear people make a lot of these talking points and shit, a lot of the talking points that they're making aren't even theirs. And not only that, you always have these people talking about, oh man, y'all talk like white folks. Y'all talk like white folks. Y'all using white folks talking points. Well, God damn it, you're using regurgitated talking points that don't make no fucking sense. How about that?
Man, it's I can't wrap my mind around. Now, I will state this. I have to be honest. You know, if I'm bored, I'm doing some other things. I want to have a break from some stuff or whatnot, and you know, there's absurd conversation going on. Yes, you know, hey, you know, free Def Comedy Jam is interactive. 2021, baby. But but it's odd to me when we get into real conversations and people want to have those conversations with you, but they want to do so in bad faith as if you can't pick up on it. And
plus, you know what else? Hold on a second. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know what else? It's this thing, man, where motherfuckers just want to be the smartest motherfucker in the room. They want to be known as the smartest motherfucker in the room. All right. And I was always taught from a very young man by my pops. He told me all the time, he says, son, he said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to find another room. If you're the smartest man in that room, you need to find another room. So I don't know why people just want to be the smartest person all the time. Like, because if you're the smartest person there, you need to leave. You shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't even be there. But I'm saying, go ahead, man. You got it. My bad.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Of course, there's like other footage or whatnot, but I don't even want to share that because if I share that, then people are going to say that I'm trying to create some type of beef with more well-known named individuals, and that's not the point of any of this. The point is just to say these conversations have to get better, and if you're training people to have legitimate conversations, good faith conversations with people to grow, I mean, this isn't the way. And I'm sorry, this young man, I don't have anything against him personally, but he's being trained incorrectly. And I saw all sorts of people pumping him up in the chat room or whatnot. And a lot of those people will hold as, highly respectable and all this stuff. And what it taught me is even in the space, you have young men that are being trained to act like idiots.
Yep.
I'll repeat that. In this space, some are training younger men how to act like idiots.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, because me, I've been on here a little while. I've been on YouTube, I think 5-6 years or so. And, I've listened to some things, and some things have evolved, but some things have devolved. When you listen to some of these people, I guess that's why I don't listen to a lot of people, because I only listen to a few people. I mean, it's only a few people. I jump in and out and I check in, on particular brothers, but I mean, I don't have a lot of people that I listen to on YouTube because, number one, I don't have the time, and number two, I don't even think I have the goddamn patience or the ability to sit and listen to motherfuckers like that. Shit, some of the people I'm subscribed to, I barely listen to their shit, and over the course of the years, like I said, I've seen YouTube change in the short little time that I've been on it. And more, you have new people coming in. And these new people are coming in under particular themes. They're coming in under particular themes. And some of those themes are good. Some of those themes are not so good. Some of those themes just make no sense. But if you can get enough people to follow a particular theme, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter what you say. All right? It doesn't matter what you say. If you have enough people towing the line with that particular theme, it doesn't matter what you say, man. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. Now, people will try to convince you that it does, but really it doesn't. All right? Because guess what? There's a lot of brothers, make no mistake. I've said this before, and I know people don't like it when I say it, but I'm a true believer that 80 to 90% of the shit on YouTube is just pure entertainment. All right? You ain't going to learn shit from it. You ain't going to gain shit from it. All right? You may get upset. You may get a few laughs. You might even freaking find something that's utterly comical. Okay? But 80, 90% of this shit on here is just entertainment to me. Now, there's another 10 and 20% that you actually can get something from. About 10% of this shit, 20% of this shit, you actually can, learn something from, be enlightened by it, maybe learn a particular trade, learn a particular style, learn particular perspectives. But that's only 10, 20% of this shit, man. The other 80% of this shit is just entertainment, man. And people try to pass it off as if, YouTube is this goddamn masterful fucking place of enlightenment. Like, and once you're on YouTube, you done climbed the mountain and you up in there in the clouds, and there's all these different senseis, sitting in the lotus position and shit. Like, come on, man. This shit is fucking YouTube, man. All right? It's fucking YouTube. All right. Some people get on here, they're very successful, they make a lot of money. Some people get on here, they try to teach people shit. Some people get on here just for the pure comedy of it. Some people get on here just for the pure entertainment of it. I mean, you know, it's like anything else in the world, man. You know, it is what you make it. If you want it to be this serious thing, then that's what it is to you. If you want it to be this money-making thing, that's what it is to you. I mean, there's never going to be a time where everybody's all doing the same thing on YouTube, where everybody's all making money, where everybody's all teaching, where everybody's all learning, where everybody's all being educated. I mean, it doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't. Because number one, it's a public platform and any fucking body can do it. The only way it can turn into something like that is if you make it exclusive and say, well, the only way you can be on here is if you're doing X, Y, and Z. And guess what? Not one black ass Negro can get up here and make that happen. Now they'll say it. Oh, well, you shouldn't be on here saying this. You shouldn't be on here saying that. Says who? Says you, Negro? Says you? Even when they talk about being in the space, I mean, what the hell is the space? What the hell is it? You can't keep anyone out of it. You can't stop anyone from watching it. You don't have any control over it. It's almost as stupid as the, oh, you're doing this in front of white people argument. Like, what the fuck do you mean? This is a public platform. How do we stop white people from watching it exactly? Is it something on their computer that you got to punch on a certain code to get inside the black circle influence of YouTube?
What I told you, X, you remember in our offline conversation, I told you, you have to swipe your black card on your phone and it allows you to go into the black sector of YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you had but I don't have a black card, so I sneak in. I pay Nick Taylor a little bit, and then he get me in on the under. But I wanted to answer this question real quick, man. Shonda H, she said S.K.C as a guest in this space. I'm interested to know, when did challenging someone to prove their point or holding people accountable to their talking points make one a troll? You know, I learned that lesson very early on, being in the space, because sometimes I would ask questions and people believed that I was trolling, and I wasn't. I would just ask the question. Sometimes people like to attach a motive to you're having a question for something. It could be an irrational motive. It could be a motive that, oh man, you just don't like black people. That's why you ask me, say you want to shame, just all sorts of stuff. Usually when I'm asking a question, I'm really attempting to understand the line of reasoning of the individual who has made a claim. Not a couple of weeks ago, it was, I want to say about a week ago, I went on Ramil's and we had a conversation. I asked him a question about a law that he was talking about and morality, because he has stated previously he's not a moral person. He doesn't believe in all that. However, an issue came up to where he was making a moral judgment, and he stated, oh, okay, well, yeah, when it comes to small children and stuff like that, yeah, I'll concede that. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I just wanted to know. I wasn't trying to get a gotcha moment. I'm just trying to get a better grasp of how you think, how you act, so that I could understand people better. It's not everybody is as open as that. I've asked other people questions and they will take it as if I'm trying to shame them somehow or put them inside of some gotcha moment. And it's like, no, I'm just trying to understand.
I just think people have a tendency to, they try to project however serious they feel or they think about what's going on the internet. They try to shame you into thinking and feeling the same way too.
Yeah. Now, I will say there are some times where I am asking framed questions, because I believe that the topic has gone a bit left and it's teetering towards absurdity. And that's a way of me trying to recenter things so that I can tell myself, hey, no, you don't need to troll here. Don't get out of here. Don't troll. Don't troll. Control it. Control it. Don't do it, S.K.C. And I'm trying. I'm trying to hold back. So yeah, so that's what a lot of times when people see and I'm posting questions in the chat or when I go on a panel and I'm asking questions, I'm trying to prevent myself from trolling. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I man, you know, I've had people ask me about this kind of stuff before, right? You know, oh, you know, X, want to make a channel. Or X, what should I do? You know, how should I go about starting my channel? And it's pretty short and sweet what I say to them. Do what you think you can do, and don't listen to other people tell you what to do on your page. That's it. That's my advice for you. Because once you start letting other people dictate what you do when you're on YouTube, how you go about it, I mean, that's when the problems start. Because see, one thing about us black ass folks, we'll try to take ownership. All right. We'll try to press influence over others, because I've found myself in those predicaments before where, you know, oh man, why you got this person on? Why you got that person on? Oh, why was y'all talking about this last week? And the answer to all those questions are, it's my fucking YouTube page. That's my answer. That is my answer. I don't have to explain anything to anyone, because see, one thing I don't do is, even if it's somebody that I deal with, right? And say they have someone on their channel that I fucking despise. I could despise this person. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to come to them and be like, hey, why'd you have that guy on? Why'd you have that girl on? Why'd you have this person on? Like, it's your YouTube page, man. You pay for that internet. You pay for that damn computer. You pay for that fucking electricity that powers it. Like, who am I to tell you who to have on your shit? I don't care if it's my evil twin that we never got along and we always fought as children. I'm not going to come on there and be like, hey, man, why'd you have my evil twin on here? He's evil. Like, come on, man. Stop it. Because that's just like coming to me and telling me, yo, man, why you got this person at your house? And the answer would be, because it's my fucking house. And that's what I tell brothers, man, that ask me about, you know, YouTube and shit. Like, man, just do what you think is best for you to do, man. And don't listen to these freaking Negroes tell you what to do on your shit.
It's weird like that. But if you don't mind, if you can open it up, I have questions for two people. I have a question for Bitcoin and a question for Nick. Anybody else, if they want, they can, you know, question me on whatever, you know, talk about whatever. But I have two specific questions for those two guys, man. I mean,
yeah, they know what to do. Shit, mostly everybody in here is pretty much regulars. They know what my email is. They know what to do to come up on here if they want to. All right. They know what to do. If you want to come up here, bring your asses up here, Negroes. Come on in. Come on in.
He said he on the plantation, man. Well, man, I wanted to know his thoughts on that that last video that he made. He had a video. That was I forget which state it is. But there was some lady who she's in politics. I don't know, mayor, governor. I don't know. But she holds some political office, but she was a very staunch supporter of the fund the police movement. And I think over the last day or two, or this past weekend or whatnot, some crazy person unfortunately killed one of her family members.
Damn.
And then she still backdoored it and said, but we still got to defund the police. I'm like, God, dog, that is hardcore. Man. I'm like, good grief. How do you...
We still got to defund the police, even though one of my family members got murdered. Well, at least she's sticking to her guns.
Ooh.
At least she's sticking to her guns, boy.
Ooh, man.
At least she's sticking to her guns, man.
And Nick, man, I really want to know because going nuts down there. I want to know his thoughts on this this Afghanistan thing, because I mean, I'm not a military guy or whatnot, but I really appreciate his insights when it comes to those type of matters, and I want to pick his brain tonight, man.
Oh, you talking about brother Nick Taylor?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I just sent you the link, brother Taylor. Check your email, brother.
Yeah. But but overall, you know, I like the space. I think it's fun. It's interactive for people to talk about different subjects or whatnot. But I think it would be helpful if some of the more prominent individuals who have trainees, as it were, would take that a bit more serious and not training their guys to be so argumentative over, you know, minute things, ridiculous concepts, and also to understand just basic decorum of, hey, if I make a claim, it's my responsibility to back that claim up. You know, it's like, come on, that's common sense. You couldn't walk into a courthouse and say, hey, this is my claim. And they say, well, where's your evidence? Do you know who I am? You prove me wrong. Like, what?
I'm me. I'm me. But see, that's the thing. I don't think that people have much control over that, man. It's sort of like if you got say you breed dogs, right? And you know, you breed these puppies and you got 10 of them, but all you do is feed them. You don't do shit else with them. And you turn around and you leave your gate open. I mean, they're just going to run out and do whatever they want because you're not training them really. All you're doing is feeding them. You know, I don't think a lot of these people are under quote unquote training. Even the people who come, you know, like the younger guys that kind of, you know, come around the circle of influence. I don't think these guys are being trained. They might be being fed, but I don't think they're being trained. But we've been joined by brother Nick Taylor. What's good with it, brother Taylor?
Big boss daddy. What's happening, man? What's
good
up,
with it,
S.K.C?
Man, what's going on, Nick, man?
Man, I can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. So so I don't know. Hey, I didn't hear. I just because I turned the audio off, so I didn't hear what y'all said after you said you wanted me to come up. So it's all a blank.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to get your insights, man. Like the whole Afghanistan pullout. Like, what's your 2 cents? Like,
Oh, I put it up. It's on my channel.
oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out before I
Yeah,
go
so
home.
I don't step over myself, but I just think is messed up. You know, that was my last combat tour was over there. That was my last
Really?
tour. Yep. That was my last tour on the two-way rifle range. But yeah. And then like I said in the live stream that we just had with me, Super Sly and Truth Teller, I think I had to reel myself back in and make another I made a video where I'm like, I'm only gonna comment on stuff that's in the press now because I got 3 family members active duty, and I have about 7 people that were coming in when I was on my way out. Now it's on my channel, dog. I see post links. It's on my channel, dog. Just go to well, if you don't, I mean, it's Nick Taylor. This literally is my name, and you see the avatar on the screen. It's the same thing. But because I got so much stuff over there. But anyway, but I figured, I said, you know what, bruh, you need to pipe down a little bit because of, you know, the assignments that you have, the places you've been, the MOS you have, the people that you still have over there. So now the one I put up today was just stuff that was in the news already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just, because I had to, I'm like, man, what am I ain't gonna bring no heat on them people for, you know, clicks and views. One video, I actually took it down. It was only up for about 2 minutes, and I had what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was up for, and when I took it down, I looked at it and I saw it only had 4 views. So it's not out there.
Yeah.
You know, and in 2 minutes, ain't nobody download a 33-minute video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not worrying about it spreading. But this Afghanistan thing is, well, I'll put it like this, and I'll be anybody that's lived a little bit ought to understand what I'm saying. Fighting for somebody and teaching somebody to fight is 2 totally different things. A boxing trainer, I mean, I look at like this, dude. I played football. Okay. Your second, your position coach can teach you how to play the position. Yeah, there they are. I'm looking at them. There are 1, 2, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3 of them on the top row.
Mm-hmm.
So you you know, I can teach you. A boxing coach can teach you how to box. A position coach can teach you how to cover, how to tackle, how to do this, but when the whistle blows or the bell rings, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't come off the sideline and grab your helmet from you and whatnot and say, God dang it, let me show you how to do this. No, that's not. If the player ain't doing what you do, you replace the player. We trained so many people, and then people that pop that crap to us. Of course, some of them the ones that's the loudest are the ones that wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. And I'll put the majority of them, you know, well, I almost went. Well, dude, some of us didn't almost. Some of us actually did it. But it's bad. I mean, they don't have it in them. And I don't know why people, oh man, they're bad. You should fear them. Are you insane? Why am I? X, are you scared of somebody that won't even, or are you worrying of running in fear from someone who won't even protect their own house?
Hell no.
Exactly. So why in the hell would I be afraid of them? And then somebody, well, look, they got these rifles and they got this and they got that. All right, right now, I can take well, X, he's very talented. I can pluck somebody out of this crowd right here, take them to my yard and drop them in one of them cat dozers or one of them road graders I got. You think they'll know how to operate it?
Heck no.
So they're gonna need some kind of training, right? See, here's the thing. I put up some pictures and they're from actual people that I know that they sent them to me because everybody was like, where the hell did you get these pictures? Don't worry about where I got the pictures. They're real. So I look at it like this. A man with that, you give me that Remington 700 7.62 by 51. That's what most of them are chambered in. There's a couple of them that are chambered in 300 Win Mag. Not too many. Those are special ones. I'm a force multiplier. You take that same rifle and give it to someone that's untrained. He's not a force multiplier. He's an adjutant. He's an aggregate. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's gonna do is aggravate somebody. He's, I mean, okay, you may score a lucky one or now and then. With me, I mean, but when you dealing with guys like me, with DMs like me, dude, 800 yards in, you're dead meat, or you're at least wounded meat. Most people don't understand the math that goes into this. And here's something else. I'm quite sure you two know the definition of the word or the phrase proxy war.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just since in the short time I've been on here, I see somebody that don't know what that is. I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
but I'm just reading. I'm just reading. It'll go, since y'all know the definition of it, it'll be glaringly obvious who it is. But like what I say, loud as a motorbike, wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Like the one that was on the stream with us, like, well, my brother went to the your brother went to the army, but you didn't go to the army, right? So by your brother going to the army, that means your army is more army than my army.
Yeah,
more army than going. So you vicariously went to jump school, went to air assault, Pathfinder. You know what I'm saying? Master gunnery class, designated marksman, target acquisition school. So you went through all that vicariously through your brother, through me. I'm loud as a motorbike, wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. I'd rather they just shut up and watch the show.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I say, let me log on to the internet and see what the internet battle professionals got to say about this. Let me log on to Facebook and see what the maritime battlefield Facebook experts got to say.
And that's why I wanted to. I'm gonna check it out before I go to bed tonight. But I like hearing your perspective on those things, because sometimes, and I'm not going, not going into names.
Yeah.
Sometimes people try to present things with a particular spin, and like, on the spin is obvious. Just tell me, what it is, because I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, you have military experience. I don't.
Yeah.
So there's
and I can only speak from what I experienced, because the game is bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
I just know the game that I played. I'm great at football, but you give me a bat. What's this? It's a baseball bat. What am I supposed to do with this? You're supposed to hit this ball that this guy's gonna throw at you at 95 miles an hour. Shit, man, you got your.
But that's what I'm saying, Nick. Is like a lot of people will not be that straightforward with with people. They'll say, "Oh yeah, give me a bat, give me a soccer ball, give me anything, everything. I do it all."
No, I will tell you right off the bat. The only thing I know about baseball, I understand the concept of the sport. That's pretty much that's it. Don't ask me nothing else. Now football, oh man, shit, man. Give me my chalkboard. Where that chalk? Come here. That's the same thing with battle tech, bounding overwatch, lazy W, straight line, line oblique, fire lines, fire pits, mortar pits, machine gun nests. That's my gig. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Don't ask me what the Air Force is doing. They're flying jets. That's what they do. Yeah. I mean, that they fly our asses to the battlefield. And it's another thing we always say, man, I was in 18 Corps artillery. I said, we take off in the plane, but we didn't land. And people go, huh? They don't get, that's because we're a parachute regiment. We don't, we don't land on the jet. We're looking at the jet as it's flying over us. But the people don't understand proxy war. Why, and I had to ask somebody that, see, look, y'all had all that, and in no time flat, they ran all that over. Y'all couldn't do that. Okay, I got a question for y'all, just like I asked that dude. I said, well, we were there for 20 years. Why did they wait until we left?
Yeah.
I said, everybody's the bad man till the bad man come. They didn't crawl out of the caves until they ran y'all. Well, we were there 20 years. You think they didn't know? You think that the Taliban didn't know that we were at Bagram Air Base? You think they didn't know? Well, I'll give you my fire base. My first one that I was at, it was Fire Base Tinsley, Tinsley. That was my very first fire base that they dropped me at. Now, of course, I wasn't there by myself. You know what I mean? So don't.
You didn't Rambo it?
No, Rambo. Shit.
Rambo it.
I've been like, man, what the hell is going on here? But bruh, I tell him, I said, if you so bad, that's the one. See, the way I see these people, they'll see a guy that talks shit, excuse my language, talks shit about somebody after the dude had left. When the dude was there standing in his face, you couldn't get a peep out of it. But then the dude leave, yeah, he better be glad he left. I'd kick his ass. And then these Negroes here saying, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute, dude. Y'all just watch this dude stand here for 20 minutes and you couldn't get a mumbling word out of this dude. But and they don't. And them the ones, I just put a little check mark next to their name, a little asterisk. I know that's that, I don't put you on my plate. I don't want you nowhere near my team because you're a fraud. It's the weirdest thing in the world where somebody want to see. I mean, have y'all ever think about this? Have you ever want to see the person that reared you and fed and clothed you and housed you? Yeah, you may not have got the clothes you wanted. Yeah, they may not have let you drive the car whenever you wanted to. Yeah, you may not have got the food, every type of meal you wanted, but you ate, right? You had clothes, right? You had a roof over your head, right? Have you ever think of the sickness it takes in your mind to hope that an outsider defeats the person that provided for you?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. I ain't never sat up and said, man, I hope one day somebody beat my daddy up or smack my mama. I ain't never thought of no crap like that. They buy us clothes. They provide food. They provide shelter. They provide base knowledge. They provide information and direction. Is it always, we always like everything our parents don't know? But were they telling us to be mean, or were they trying to help us? They're trying to help you. You just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I'd be reading these chats, and these people is crazy. I tell them, okay, Negro, let's say, okay, oh, they come in here. Okay, then what you gonna do? Okay, let's say 100,000 motherfuckers show up here with rifles and bayonets and riding camels and going, la, 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 la. What the fuck? Now, Negro, what the fuck are you gonna do? You gonna say you converting to Islam, nigga? I mean, Negro?
Yeah, they don't. Well, you know, this media shit, man, especially when you're talking about this YouTube crap, like, you know, sometimes the people in the damn chat room are the worst. I mean, because a lot of them just sit in there and say some of the most ridiculous nonsense.
Faceless, nameless,
faceless avatars, you know, just got all this crap to say. Why you think my chat room is the way it is?
I say, loud as a motorbike, wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Yep. My chat room used to be free for all. I used to let everybody do and say whatever they wanted. That was the biggest fucking mistake I could possibly make. So now it's different. You say some stupid shit, my bot cuts your head right off and reloads and gets set for the next one. That's where we at now. Because see, I just don't even want that energy around me, to be honest. I don't even want that kind of energy.
It's draining. It's draining.
Yeah, man. And I said a long time ago, I'm willing to sacrifice my numbers. I don't care if it's 5 people in the chat room. If it's 5 people in there that's acting like adults, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right.
I didn't delete it. I didn't block the dude. I'm unsubscribing from you. You want to say, let me help you out. And I literally midstream, I said, let me help you out. And I click, go over here about, click, bam. Cool.
Yep.
Next.
Yeah. Why even tell me? Just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't warn people before I unsubscribe from them. I don't warn them.
I ain't never done that. I've never thumbed down a video in my life ever.
Nope.
I've never told nobody you just look up one day and I'm gone. I'm making this video because S.K.C. because S.K.C. gonna say this is bad comedy and whatnot, you know, Galvatron versus Megatron and whatnot. And then, hey, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But they do it. They do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. If this is a grown ass man, please tell me this motherfucker don't have no kids. Please tell me that a woman didn't allow this motherfucker to impregnate them, because I'm gonna have to sterilize them to keep them from fucking up the rest of the race.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a response video. And people, I'm like, dude, then people, hey Nick, I was on. I ain't gonna say whose. It was one of them stream, you know, the ones that be like 4, 5, 6 hours and whatnot, which is cool. Ain't none of my business.
Yep.
You know, and they said that you okay, and da. Okay. And why are you telling me this again? You know what I'm saying? Why are you here? Okay, so what am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you really come to tell me? Dude, they're entitled to their opinion. One thing I ain't gonna do is try to silence anyone from their opinion. And plus, it's not my platform. What did you say, earlier, X? It's my platform, Negroes.
That's right. That's right. It's your platform. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you can't say whatever you want on mine.
Exactly. And people like, how come you don't go over to this one's? Because I know he's gonna ask me something and he's not gonna allow me to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I said, dude, I already know I know how people get down. I know how this, and I'm definitely, how come you don't go on number the women's channel? Because I ain't no woman. Shit, last time I checked, I'm a full-blown man. I ain't going over there fucking with them.
Yeah.
As long as they don't come over here, fuck now. They come over here, they can have their opinion, but don't come over here fucking with me. Cause I'll boot you. I ain't gonna talk shit. I ain't calling you names. I ain't do you just boop, hit that button. Boop. and you're
load up for the next one.
It's a whole bunch of people are out here, and I know I'm not the only one who says you have to be 100% in love with somebody's thought process.
Yeah.
I mean, where did that come from? All right, you just flashed the village arsonist, for example. He says this, yeah. He says this, yeah. Did he say that? Yeah. Did he do that? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that, Nick? No, none whatsoever. You don't? No. Why should I? It's his opinion. I'm just using you as an example, bro. I'll use somebody else. Omega
man,
Dread.
You didn't say it too much right there, man.
No, I'm just using people as no. Don't do that.
No. I'm not saying that so far as the names. I'm just saying the concept of
yeah, and
being allowed to have a dissenting.
Yeah, I'm like, he said that, I like it. He said that, I like that. He said that, I like that. He said that, I like that. He said that, I'm okay. He said that, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say, hey, village arsonist, you said 30 things I agree with and 2 that I didn't, and I'm gonna talk shit about the 2.
No. It goes beyond that, Nick.
That's crazy.
It goes beyond that. It's the 2 things that you stated. I have to destroy you.
I want you to die. I mean, I have heard people say stuff like that, man, over one little thing that somebody said that they disagreed with. They was like, boy, you should be killed. You should be off of here. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do all this nonsense. And I'm like, over a dissenting idea, you're going to do all of this to the person?
I'm telling you, you could never have SCOTUS or the Supreme Court of the U.S. on YouTube in Black America, because you can't have a dissenting opinion at all.
Absolutely not.
I got people sent me about S.K.C. Man, why S.K.C. commenting on your channel? I don't like him. And I'm like,
how dare you be friends with him?
And I'm like, S.K.C. is cool. We talk tech. We talk uploading, video editing, software. You know what I mean? Video cards.
All sorts of stuff, man. Like, what is the problem?
You're not allowed to like people that they dislike.
But then he telling me, that S.K.C. apparently was on a stream with somebody. I think I know whose stream it was, or he was on the stream. And I don't want to say it because I know somebody will correct me, because I'll probably be wrong, because I don't watch some people that carefully. Well, last year, S.K.C. said, wait a minute. So S.K.C. commented, hey, remember when you told me when I'm ready to change the music to be edited on my intros? Remember that's all he said, X. That's all he said.
Wow.
And I get this long ass fucking deal. Oh, you and S.K.C. And there's flames coming through out of my email, shooting out of my tablet. And of course, I'm a Neanderthal because I still use a tablet, right? I'm like, look, Negroes, I'm in my 50s. My vision ain't as good. And that tablet, I can make them letters big. I can see it. But dude, I had one chick and one dude come at me because as I comment on S.K.C. and S.K.C. commented, just said, when I'm ready for him, if I need him to do the audio blend for my intro videos, to hit him up. And that's all it took. And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah,
man,
that's what you get, man. I get emails. People, oh man, why you had him on the channel last night, X? Oh, you had him on the channel last week. What's the matter with you? Oh, why you got this oh, you got this person coming on tomorrow? Man, get the fuck out of here. I will have whoever the hell I want on my shit. Like, why is that such a thing?
I don't know. But when I asked them to explain it, I'm like, so this is some mean girl shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like what are we in
some
fucking
middle
junior
school?
high?
Exactly. This is some middle
we in
school
junior
shit.
high? Yeah, we in junior high where somebody who's not in the cool club, they're not allowed to sit at the lunch table. Like, what the hell is going on here? And these are 30, 40, 50-year-old fucking people now. These aren't teenagers. These aren't 13-year-olds.
I got a dude
these are motherfuckers in their 40s and 50s.
I got a dude in his 60s. Whenever he sees my name, and I ain't never done nothing to this cat. I'm like, but hey, because I back in the day doing the Sunday Rumbles and shit, me and Sly used to rub motherfuckers the wrong. Oh my goodness, we used to rub people the wrong way. So I will admit this to y'all right now on the air. I had to sit back and say, oh shit, did I do something? You know what I mean? I had to sit back and think, like, maybe I did say something fucked up. Oh shit. Yeah. And so I had to go back and look. Then I had to wait. Then I had to ask somebody that I know watch him all the time. I said, man, did I say something? No, man. You did. He said this, and you said, no, that wasn't right. And he asked you for the link, and you posted the link, and it proved what you were saying. I'm like, so wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I'm the bad guy for giving you the link that you had. X. In the United States, the state of Texas has the largest black population of all the states in the United States. Mm-hmm. And X say, no, it's not. It's New York State. Arr! And I'm like, X, no. New York State is actually second. Texas, show it to me. And I pull up the Census Bureau and I send it to X. Now, I'm not subbed. So that means you have to turn it on to highlight for everybody to see, right? Mm-hmm. So if it got turned on, that means you done it, right? Because I don't have a wrench on this man's channel. So there it is, and then everybody click on it. Damn, it is. Texas is the largest. Then, how dare you? Wait a minute, Negro. You asked me for it.
Oh man,
you asked me for it.
You just scratching the surface, man.
Oh man,
and they wonder why I stay out. I come here. I stay on my own channel, the Grand Inquisitors. I go to Reg, the bad guy, every now and again, depending on what the topic is. You know what I mean? And and then there's some tech channels that the average mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging Negro over here don't know nothing about or don't want to divulge in because it's full of white people. You know?
That's part of that. That's part of that 10-20% that's actually worth something.
Hey, if you hold control, all right, both of y'all are of the darker persuasion, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you hold control, alt, and hit the plus key on your keyboard, is it going to do something different than what it was if you were a different color? See, control alt plus, if you black, take you to World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
See, if you white and you hit control alt plus, it take you to Skinheads America. I mean, what the fuck's the matter with y'all?
Skinheads America.
What the hell wrong with you, Negro?
man, Nick. This was like I want to say it was about 4 or 5 months ago. I get an email from a client, and it just the subject line just has question marks.
Oh boy!
And I'm like, what? I click on it and I open it up, and it's just a forward. And
it's a what?
It's just a forwarded email.
Okay.
To a whole bunch of other people that I know and whatnot, and this dude in here, he done wrote this long letter. Y'all shouldn't be doing business with S.K.C. He didn't do this.
Oh my! Hey, and you read it in the dark voice of what's that burning eye of Middle Earth of what's that Mordor?
Yeah, man, it came straight from
the flaming eye, right? And what's that Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings. The big burning eye and shit.
And then I be talking, and you like, wow, man, that eye got a powerful voice. Jeez Louise.
Anyway, I was like, oh, okay, hey man, you what you want to do is your decision, I ain't trying to arm twist you. And then
wow.
And he was like, man, this dude is insane.
They are, man, these people, they're insane. They're insane. There's a chick now out here. She's spamming our live stream, making some kind of obtuse claim that we've done something to transform her husband's soul into something else. And this isn't my husband. He looks like him. And y'all done this. And I'm like, is she on some bad shit? Is she fucking with me? But she was serious.
Man, that'd be an instant block.
I blocked. Oh, all three of us blocked her. Yeah, we all three of us blocked her. Like, yeah, this chick. I keep getting. Dude, I got a chick. I screenshotted her. I figured, you know what? Let me give her the attention that she's clamoring for. You know what I'm saying? So I screenshotted her and I dressed down her whole thing. Block her. After that, this chick makes another YouTube channel with the same name, added one letter and the same avatar. She wants to talk to me that bad. Make that shit. But she claims she's married with 4 kids. Yeah. And she want to disprove my narrative on how on some of the stuff. How the fuck are you gonna display on what?
No, it's not a what. I have to disprove you.
Yeah.
I have to destroy your thought process.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, that meme you put up, I didn't create the meme. Did you read what it said at the top? I am not the creator of this meme. I'm just sharing it. Okay. So so hey, I'm gonna help y'all to something. Y'all may not have known this, but girls aren't attracted to bad boys and then get pregnant and drug around by them and then try to come back to the not so bad boys afterwards. I didn't know if y'all didn't know that, but I just figure I'd help y'all out.
I'll pass that information on.
Yeah. Spread the word, And I'm like, so are you trying to tell me that you don't know a female in your life that's never been married and have multiple kids by multiple men? Just one. Give me one. There's the burning eye. There it is.
Yeah, oh man.
Like more. What's it called? Mordor or something like that.
No, I think it's the Eye of Sauron. The Eye of Sauron.
No, but in the movie, I think that was Middle Earth in the movie. I think they call it Middle Earth.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, so because it didn't happen to you, so you claim, that mean this meme shouldn't exist for the rest of the what? What? Get the but she never would answer the question. So you don't know one female that's never been married and have multiple kids by multiple men. Not one.
I know the post you talking about with the The guy with the cartoon. Yeah.
Yes, you seen that? Did you see
man.
that chick?
Yeah, man. She went insane, man. I was like, what?
X, this chick is insane.
I'm telling you, boy.
This chick is insane. What is wrong with you?
YouTube on the brain, man. Some people, man, we have YouTube on the brain, man. It just has us in this lock. I say this all the time. A lot of us, life begins when we close a laptop. Then you have people that life begins when they open it.
Yes.
So yeah, life begins when they open it, because outside of it, when the laptop is closed, there's not much going on. Okay. Whatever's going on happens while after the laptop is open.
Nick is nice for answering, because there's been some people that have come in my chat and they go into these questions and all sorts of just insane stuff. Why don't you make a video about this? And if you really believe it, I'm like, okay, block.
Blocked.
But what I tell them, I said, since that's your belief, this is a perfect opportunity for you to get the word out. It's apparent you have an internet connection because you here fucking with me. It's apparent you have a YouTube account because, say it with me, boys and girls, you here fucking with me. So why don't you go ahead and put that thought process you got into speech and put it up? Nah, I ain't coming over there to listen or watch it, but damn, S.K.C, when you gonna make videos about planting a victory garden?
Yeah. Man, a long time ago, I used to feel bad about getting hate mail sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh, okay, hey, and I would read it. I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I should change up this or what. And then when I started to get messages from other people about other individuals in the space that are doing behind the scenes stuff, and I was like, I have a new respect for the hate mail now, because at least they coming to me direct and telling me, straightforward, hey, such and such and such and such. But these individuals have so loud of voices, but will not have a conversation with me about whatever it is that they have an issue with.
Look, man, if you do not excuse black pathology and you are a black person, you will be attacked.
Yeah. You gotta defend this black dysfunctional pathology, man. That's what being black is. Remember the other day I was asking, what is pro-black? What is blackness? What is black? What is blackity black? Remember, I was asking that. Mm-hmm. And the answer to that question is a person who defends mainly dysfunctional black pathology. That's what makes you makes you black. That's blackness. If
I'm
you get up and
defend the answer for that one.
I'm telling you, that's the answer. You must be a person who mostly defends dysfunctional black pathology. If you do that, if you listen to anybody who does that, and trust me, there's a lot of people that do it. If you listen to anybody that does that, guess what? Those people that you look down in their comment section. Their comment section is, oh, that's right. You defending a, and these people can be talking utter nonsense, like utter nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And the comment section would be lined up with people giving them kudos, even though everything they said is a fucking lie. Nothing they says makes sense. But if they're defending that pathology, if they're following, remember we talked about themes. If they are towing the line with the theme, they will have a peanut gallery giving them kudos, even though none of the shit they're saying is making any fucking sense. It's crazy.
You was there. You asked the question that I answered as well. Okay, I just want to know, what is black? What is blackness? What is anti-blackness?
all these different answers. All these different answers.
Yeah, all these different
He's gonna come back and ask me, so are you gonna raise your son to be a black man? I'm like, okay, according to y'all, I don't even know what the definition of black is.
Yeah, I don't even know what black is. So, I mean, I don't get it, man. You know, like I was telling the brothers the other day when we were up there, I was like, look, I said, what's blackness to you may not necessarily be blackness to me, man. I mean, that if we put 100 brothers in a room and ask them what is blackness, you'll probably get 100 different answers. So which one do I apply? Or do I apply them all? Do I apply 50 of them, 10 of them, 5 of them, 8 of them? Like, I mean, it's like the stupidest of things, man.
No,
like
you can only apply mine because I'm real.
Well, say, well, so when they be, I'm keeping it real. Yeah, real dumb. Real dumb.
Okay.
I'm real.
Eric, don't say the name. Don't say the name. But the conversation that took place where you was like, hey, you're saying that the community is doomed.
Oh God. I know where you going. I know where you going.
S.K.C is saying it don't look good. It don't going on. Let it burn. Now, what's wrong with you saying it? But why you get mad when he said it? What was his answer?
Said you wasn't keeping it real, man.
I'm like, what does that even mean?
He wasn't keeping it real, man.
When I hear that, I'm like, what the hell does that even? Oh, I got the best one for you. You ready, X? You acting white.
Yeah, that's another thing. Well, that's white people. You're being like white people. I mean, what the hell? What I'm trying to understand is this is what puzzles me about a lot of brothers. What determines what's black, what's Asian, what's Latino, what's white? I mean, what are you using as a determining factor? That's what I'm going to start asking people from now on when I hear that shit. Like, okay, fine. Because, I'll give you the argument all day long. I'll tell you, okay, I'll give you that argument. But now you need to explain to me what standard are you using to determine that factor? Well, and I guarantee you won't get an answer. You won't get an answer.
If you tune in to the show for the next 5 hours and hit the super chat, you'll get the answer.
Oh.
Hit my cash app.
Hit that cash app.
Hit that cash app.
Wow. Well, I have people, hey, explain to me, why should I cash app you? I'm like, I don't even have cash app on my damn stream. What the fuck are you talking about? Show me where. What are you talking? Get her out, and I get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Yeah.
I attract some of the most goofy. I said, let me guess. You got a weave that's a different color of your natural hair, right? All you make them come out. All you got to do is say anything about weave. Fake eyelashes, tarantulas. You got them fucking tarantula legs on your face. Some other woman hair out of your head. And how y'all hate white when you talk black pride. Y'all motherfuckers gonna stand there and cheer Beyonce do the motherfucking pro whack Super Bowl fucking thing with a blonde fucking weave. With a blonde, I'm like, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, am I the only motherfucker that's noticing this shit?
Wow. The angel gonna jump up and say, "What Sly?
What Sly?" Oh man, that's my little buddy. See, his name is plausible deniability. I gotta turn him on because I didn't ask the question. The little sheriff answered the question. But Sly, don't that go against the whole pro-black theme? Her wearing a blonde wig, and all the other chicks having black hair? Go sit your ass down somewhere. Look, I don't care that you do it. Just don't get mad when somebody call you on your bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's amazing to me when some of the most people who are always walking around talking about how other people hate themselves have a multitude of fucking accoutrements on them to make themselves look nothing like themselves, but they're telling you you hate yourself, and they got so much shit on them that if you took all that shit off, you wouldn't even fucking recognize them.
Yeah.
But they're telling you how much you hate yourself.
And
I'm
you're
not
right.
the motherfucker wearing a disguise.
Yeah, I'm not the one wearing a wig. I'm not the one that wearing 5 pounds of shit on my face with fake eyelashes. Shave your eyebrow. Who started that? Say, you know what? I'm gonna shave my eyebrow off and take a magic marker and draw another one on.
Yeah, draw them back on. That's like the stupidest shit in the world. I'll be asking my wife about that shit sometime. I'll be like, why do girls do that shit? You know, they shave the motherfuckers off and then take a magic marker and draw them back on. What? The ones they had on was in the wrong place or something?
Man, I was on O'Shea's thing some years ago on I was giving this one chick the blues. I said, wait a minute. I'm looking at me on the screen. That's me. I said, that's me. That's my hair. That's my face. That's my everything. You know, I said, that's what, if you see me 10 o'clock, that's what I look like every day.
I said, crazy.
This is me. I said, but you trying to make yourself look like somebody that you're not.
Yeah.
I said, this me.
I hate myself, but you the motherfucker standing up here with a disguise on.
If y'all didn't like it, we wouldn't do it. And I told what I said, oh, so a man, so you trying to tell me your man walked up to you and said, baby, I don't like the way you look. I want you to glue somebody else's hair in your head a different color and put this shit on your face.
Yeah, paint your face, put on 5-inch motherfucking eyelashes.
Yeah,
put on some contacts and shit.
She got all motherfucking blown out of proportion with me. And I said, wait a minute. I said, okay, so you saying you done it because your men like it? I said, okay. What if your man say he wants you to take it off? Will you? She, fuck you, nigga. That's what I thought. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, I wish I could do this.
Sunday Rumbles used to be lit.
They were insane. They were.
I wish I could do a live show where I could go around and find the women that have the long nails. And I don't want to, have a conversation or anything. I just want to take a swab and go underneath the nail, and then
it's filthy.
Yeah, I want to compare what's on there. I just want to know what's on there.
All kinds of bacteria, all kinds of goddamn shit is probably up.
Question, S.K.C. How does Lizzo wipe her butt?
Hey man, I've been asking that question for so long.
How?
Individual, I have no. I don't. You know something?
I ponder such questions.
She's probably got. she's probably got a bidet. She's probably got a bidet in her house or whatever, and then she just go ahead and towel
bidet for night, for afternoon.
She probably got a bidet, that motherfucker.
How do you wipe your butt?
I'm telling you, she used a bidet, man.
There's certain questions like that or answers that come from that. I don't want to know. There's a certain value in innocence, Dick.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, man. I sit back and I'm like, and this is who you hold in high standard. Okay, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, she got a bidet, man. I'm telling you, she got one of them bidets. Them bidets, they shoot the water up in there, and then
so basically, she better not go to the only place she used the bathroom is at home. If she on the road, you in a world of shit. Pun intended. Pun intended.
Because she probably requests a bidet wherever she go to the hotel. Does it have a bidet? Oh, it don't. Oh, I need another room. She gotta have a bidet in her fucking hotel.
Your hygiene, and then just your normal chicks out there. I question your hygiene if your nails are so long that you cannot take toilet paper and wipe yourself, I question your hygiene.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Now,
I question your hygiene.
if you say that, they will swear up and down that, oh, it works just fine, you know, even though I got these fucking 10-inch fucking nails and shit.
You
They
know,
will,
I'll take it a little bit more home to that. I don't understand how the individuals do that with those super sharp pointed nails. What are they doing? How does that work?
maybe they got somebody doing the shit for them. But shout out to Latin Patriot. They said, we are not our color of our skin. We are individuals and character matters. Yeah, you would think, Latin Patriot. And also shout out to Latin Patriot for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate that. Latin Patriot, you know that when you drop coins on this here platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, I think she got a bidet, man. She got to have a bidet because she got like those nails and shit, and she weighed like 300 and some odd fucking pounds and shit. Ain't no way that chick ain't no way she don't got like a bidet. She got to have it, you know, because
she had me when on the whole thing of when somebody sent me that TED talk on twerking. I was like, oh Lord, it's over now.
Yeah, it's over.
I don't want nothing to do with that. Then I stay out of the BFF stuff. I pretty much stay out of that because that's when my videos get flagged. You know, that's when they get flagged. You know, how dare you talk? Okay, yeah, there you go. But but the thing is, they never. I say, here's a perfect opportunity for you to tell me what I said that was factually incorrect.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen.
I say, I'm waiting. What did I say that was factually incorrect? I don't give a damn about your emotions. I don't give a damn about my emotions. So if I don't give a damn about mine, you think I'll give a fuck about yours?
Crazy.
Man, look here. I ain't fucking up my shoes. I am. Oh, okay.
You supposed to?
Yeah. Pardon my back. Okay. Because they're gonna be. That's when I turn around and walk away. Pardon my back. They're gonna be talking to the back of my head. But shoot, man, I'm gonna get my butt. Because guess who's lead off tomorrow morning?
Okay.
Hey, man. Tell people like I got them biz. So you wanna be the boss, huh? Tell him, X. Tell him, X.
Look, I was telling Brother Supreme about this earlier, man, and this dude had wrote me. It's like, oh, X, man, you should come on like more often, like every day. You'll blow up. I said, I tell you what you do, Negro. You come and you take on all the shit I do throughout the day, and you do that every day, and I can focus on YouTube like you want me to. Guess what? The motherfucker ain't write me back. God damn it. He ain't write me back.
He ain't gonna.
You come and take on all my shit. Guess what? I'll get right on here and I'll focus on YouTube like you want me to, Negro. I sure will.
Too many people. Somebody always trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
When you can't even do you.
Yeah. Do you, Negro. Quit telling me how to do me, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, man, maybe should I just brand a truck? Well, what brand of trucks are you running? Well, I work for such and such. No, I didn't ask you what brand of truck your employer have.
Yeah.
What brand of trucks are you purchasing?
Yeah. And see, I can't just say motherfucker because it's more than one, so it's more like
plural
motherfuckers. It's plural. Damn Negroes. Shout out to Latin Patriot again for another $1.99 super stick. I appreciate that, Latin Patriot. And you know, when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Any parting shots before we get out of here, Brother
No,
Nick?
I'm good. Hey man, I just watch people. I watched this one. I watched that one. And I say I don't know what people they need to get off of that. That you got to be 100% in lockstep with everybody, with every YouTuber. No, how about just what? Hey, what's those saying? You chew the meat and spit out the bones, right?
There it is. There it is.
Chew the meat, spit out the bones.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got. S.K.C. Good is always a pleasure, bro. Always a pleasure.
Same back at you, man. As we catch up, bro. But I always enjoy your content.
Thank you, and same here, man. I'll be like, people don't know. Well, I know X know. You'll look at a 9-minute video from S.K.C. Shit, man, that's 3 hours of goddamn editing. Goddamn video. God damn.
Oh yeah. Because of the shit he does. I respect it.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. They have no idea, and I ain't dissing nobody because hell, I got videos just every now and again, just hold my tablet when I want to make something fast and blah 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 blah. Versus the ones where you got video, I got music in the background, and you got this, and you got the transitions, and you got man, they don't have no idea how much time.
I'll give you a trade secret that comes up with it. Typically when I'm doing a video, working on, I got 2 other screens going on, and it's my downtime from working on corporate stuff. Like, it's I just put it within a workflow. So after I storyboard it, because I've been editing for some time now.
Using Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve?
I use Adobe Suite.
Okay, yeah, I'm on DaVinci.
Yeah. And, when I first started out, doing corporate stuff, it would take me some time. But now, I would say like a 20-minute, I can get it done. I can get that done in 4 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. A short one, 3 to 6 or 9 minutes, something like that. Yeah, an hour and a half.
If people only knew, like I say now, if it's just something I just want to pop up a picture in the background or something, I just use Hit Film Express. I ain't going all, crazy on that. And with the rig that I got, this thing renders fast. You know what I mean? Ryzen 9, RTX 2080 with the ray tracing. It render, but just the setting it up and the time and the drag and the line and this and that, and color balance and light balance and God.
Yeah. But I mean, it's part of my work, my actual work.
And that's not what I do.
All that stuff,
yeah, that's not what I do. So only time I do it is when I'm monkeying around here. So I know you smoke my ass on it and shit. You be like, Nick, what's taking you so long? Leave me alone.
No. If I'm feeding the family off of it, I better have some speed of it.
Well, that's the only reason I got a faster machine, just so it can just so it can render videos faster. I'm still doing the same thing. It just, I didn't cut my render time like for a 10-minute video. I didn't cut my render time from like 50 minutes down to 6.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. Same content, just by Ryzen 9, RTX 2080, 64 gigabytes of memory, and running it and doing it on a M.2 drive instead of a SATA drive.
Yeah.
Bam! Speed. Just fucking speed.
You got a beast there.
Yeah. Oh man, this thing, it's sitting here flexing, looking at me now. Y'all can't see it. It's looking at me.
Yeah, I hear it, man.
Hey, I'll talk to y'all later. Be good. Thanks, X, and be careful, S.K.C. Y'all be good.
Peace, brother Taylor.
Peace, peace, peace.
Yeah, we're gonna roll on up out of here, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, it was fun, man. And next time.
We got to get up here and talk shit from time to time. You know how it is. But like always, man, I appreciate you coming through, man, on the late night tip and shit.
Oh, tomorrow's a sleep-in day, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For me too. That's why I do these things the nights that I do them. I mean, I'm pretty consistent with the nights, but yeah, man, tonight was a double header, so I'm kind of out of breath, out of words, and fucking damn near out of energy and shit. So any part shots.
No,
get up out of here.
No part. I will say this, even to all of the individuals that I have come across that I don't agree with. I would say I still appreciate the conversation. I'll just leave it at that.
There it is, my brother.
You have a good one, man.
Peace. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, Negroes, because it's getting late. It's like 2:00. We did a double header tonight. I appreciate everybody hanging out, man, and sticking around, man, for both streams. As always, it's appreciated. I always appreciate you folks. But what we're going to do, we are going to run a couple commercials before we get out of here. I did want to do them before, but I didn't. So I will see y'all on the other side of the break.
Open your mind.
Hey guys, T.P.O.T. on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
But you knew that already.
Peace, folks. This is Teacher Tanisha. You're listening to the T.P.O.T. Media YouTube page. Now back to the show.
And we are back, Negroes. We about to wrap this up, but before we get out of here, y'all always know that I got to hit you in the head with T.P.O.T's programming notes. Yeah. Tomorrow, we throw down. Dark Exodus Live returns, and tomorrow we will be talking about brother, husband, sister, wife. I will be showcasing a story. Now, full disclosure, I'm not sure if this story is real, but it doesn't matter if it's real or not, because we're going to talk about this tomorrow. Because even if this story here isn't real, this is a real thing, and it's a real concern, and it's something that we as black folks need to be thinking about. All right? Because it's not far-fetched for you Negroes to be sleeping with your cousins or your sisters. That's right. That's what I said. Especially those of you who don't know who your father is. Let me say that again. Especially those of you who don't know who your father is. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to lay it out. I may have a few special guests for you tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But make sure you're here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the T.P.O.T. YouTube page. You Negroes know. All right? All right. So, I want to thank everybody, man, for coming out tonight, man. It's always a pleasure to have you good folks here. Like I always say, man, I don't take you good folks lightly. I never have, and I never will. All right? I thank everybody, man, for participating tonight. I appreciate the super chats and all that. But most importantly, man, I appreciate your participation, man, more than anything else. And that goes to you good folks out there and the good folks who hang out up in here. All right? All right. So, with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words you know, like I always do. Open your mind.
Hours of power, hours of power, hours of power, hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost at $1 billion. 3 PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hear these sirens and look through the mirror and see this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families come? You think there's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops got my loved one 40 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, look, we saying if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrongly, you'll lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to protect us? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, if we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down, 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind. Your mind. Your mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.